going to lose the Detective Douche nickname, or is that going to stick with him?
I don't know.
forever?
I kind of like it now, and I think that's given the audience something to grab onto. So I don't take it away if it's not broken, right?
I love it also when he calls him a cop face.
Oh yeah,
'cause he's
I'm not.
so
I do
many-
not have a cop face. Do I look like a cop?
Well, I've always seen you as Sebastian Blood and Arrow. So do you feel you're more cop face or villain face?
I think people see me as a cop face, but I'm really a villain.
Uh-huh.
One of the questions was, where would you like to see your character go? How would you like? And I think one of the coolest things would be is if, how he always makes these decisions for good reasons, but it always ends up being sort of shady, like shooting a person. I would like something big to happen, like he has to make another choice, and it turns him it just pulls the rug out from everything and turns him evil and dark. And he turns into like the ultimate force villain to reckon with. That would be a really awesome thing.
Will it?
I love the scenes now that they've got Dan and Lucifer teaming up. Are we going to see some more of that in the upcoming episodes? And how is that to play with Tom?
Yeah, definitely. You will definitely see that. You know what? It's fantastic because I think when they wrote a scene where, Dan has finally had enough of it. He's like, dude, I'm not Detective Douche. I'm Daniel Espinoza. All right, I'm this, and so he steps up to him. But that opened up a whole new world of Dan stepping up to Lucifer. So now there's all this really funny banter back and forth that they put into the show, and that we also improv back and forth. So, and I think people are really going to enjoy that sort of aspect now. So instead of him being more of a doormat, always just taking a jab, he's like, you dude.
And is there going to be any repercussions for Dan when God comes down?
Dan, he's in the dark about this whole celestial world, so he's kind of like the dumb guy, just like, hey, oh my God, what's going on? He definitely has encounters with him, but he still doesn't know this world that is Lucifer.
And do you like that as for your character to keep him in the dark, or do you want to know eventually?
Absolutely. I think eventually I kind of want to know, but right now it's really good to not know because it gives this guy a lot of just strange, like he's constantly calling him weird because it says weird things, It's like, and to him, and I think it's really funny that he doesn't know.
Especially since he's a detective. I think he would...
Exactly. He's so logical, right? Like he is like, and it would just turn his world upside down.
And obviously the relationship between Dan and Chloe is really important. I was quite surprised when it was Dan who suggested the divorce. So we're going to explore that because we haven't really found out why they split up.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Like I was saying earlier, they're peppering a bunch of different things. Like right now we're in a whirlwind of trying to finish the show, trying to finish season 3, but also pepper in storylines and details that make you want to come back for season 3, and that's definitely something that the good thing about getting season 3 is that it gives us time to breathe and deal with them on a slower, more evolutionary sort of level, and let it sort of breathe itself out as opposed to rushing through it. And so yes, the answer to your question is yes, they're going to figure that out. Long-winded way of saying it. Yeah.
Joe was saying that they're going to concentrate episodes on specific characters, and we get to learn more and more about them. Is there a Dan episode?
There is a Dan episode. It's not just me, but I'm pretty heavy in it, and you get to figure out a little bit more how he ticks, why he ticks the way he is, why he's so straight-laced. So yeah, definitely. I think it's really awesome that they're able to do that, and just sort of give everybody a chance to, be their own person, and let you guys decide whether or not you like or dislike them,
And you mentioned as well, because you're not obviously part of the full world of Lucifer yet, who would you like to have more scenes with?
I don't know. I love working with Tom and Lauren, but I would love to work. I just did a really great scene the other night with Rachel, and that woman is like amazing. He cannot sit there and look her in the eye without laughing because she's so funny when she does. But she's so great and honest with it, you know. So I think if anybody, I would like to see that relationship evolve a lot more, you know, because we are going to see other worlds. Like I said, they're peppering things in. Like, you know, I do get some moments with Amenadel this season, you know, rather than they're brief, but they're very meaningful, you know. So you see why those two guys could potentially have a good friendship, or how they would relate to each other. So they're doing a really good job of sort of balancing us all out, but also doing an amazing job of not letting us know what the hell we're going to do next season.
And you mentioned like improv with Tom. Is there a lot of rooms that you kind of know how Dan is going to be now? You know what Dan's going to say. Do you have room and collaboration with the writers?
You know what, we do what they write because they're really good at it. Like, you don't have to change it because it's so good. But we lay it all down. But they are the directors and everyone is really good about giving us one take just to do whatever we want. And sometimes it makes it in the show, and sometimes it doesn't. You know, but we definitely know these guys so well, and you know, we can ham them up. And usually we ham them up, and they're like, too much, too much.
Can you give us an example of that?
Well, usually Lauren and I, we have this really love-hate relationship where we like to just kind of mess with each other and just be mean to each other, but in a loving way, you know? And we do that with our characters as well, you know? And that stuff never makes it into the show. It's like, you know, you'll see us whispering or bickering in the background, but we're really talking about, I can't believe your hair looks that way. It's terrible. Are you sure they put makeup on you? That's what we're doing.
Anything you can tease about the finale this year?
Your socks will be blown off. It's amazing. It's amazing, and you enter into a world that you don't expect.
And if Detective Dan was going to die at the moment, like sort of now in Lucifer, do you think he'd go to heaven or hell?
Now, if he died now, yeah, he would go to heaven. Because he really is a kind person. He has everything comes from his heart. You know, he genuinely loves his family, and he rationalizes whatever decisions he makes out of love. So I think he'd go to heaven, even though he killed a dude.
Minor point.
Thank you.